Hey traders, John Howell here. Oh man, it's not looking pretty out there. And I tell you what, the worst is yet to come. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, no, this is not clickbait. No, the intro to this video is not click. The worst is yet to come. And I believe we're going to start to see a lot more worse coming into next week. And I'm going to share with you why across all the markets, like all the markets, gold, mining sector, stocks. It's just, I'm going to share that with you. Okay. Make sure guys, if you do need some help, grab access. I'm giving away free access to my complete 5-phase trading course. Link in the description. Go get access to that right now. If you are struggling with your trading, especially if you've been trading for a while and you're losing a lot of money, that very first video is about the biggest mistakes you're making right now and how to overcome them. So go especially watch that very first video. And then chart reading, I teach you my trading system. I just go get access to that. Or go to John's for JOHNS freegift.com. Now, let me actually bring up the good old candlestick because I know some of you guys are like, John, show me the candlestick. Candlestick. Okay, cool. So let's actually, I'm just going to bring up a candlestick. And one of the biggest things that you will see that I do on a continuous basis is I look at the charts. Okay, here is the thing, is that we can use indicators, right? Now, if I go to, let me actually go to, like I've been using this software now for a long time. So let me go to, let's actually bring up a chart of everything that I've done in the past. All indicators, right? So this is what my chart used to look like. You're always like, ah, look at this, right? This is what my chart used to look like. And there's so much stuff here. Look, I got the Bollinger Bands. I got 1, 2, 3 moving averages. I've got support resistance lines. I've got, not only do I have one stochastic, but I've got 2 stochastics, right? Overlay stochastics. Oh, what's this down the bottom here? Oh, that's the RSI. Oh, and what's this line here? Oh, that's a moving average on top of the RSI. Oh, what's this down here? Oh, that's the volume. Oh, what's this line here? Oh, that's the moving average. Oh, you see what I'm saying there, right? So it's not what we need to do is that the better we can read the chart, the better trader will be. That makes sense, right? So that's where, like, I teach a lot of my private clients. Always be focusing on getting good at reading the chart, right? Because we need to keep the main thing the main thing. And what is the main thing? The main thing is the actual chart itself. And then maybe use some indicators to confirm what you're doing. But let's actually just keep the main thing, which is actually the charts there. Makes sense? And I'm always teaching my private clients that because that's the main thing we should be looking at, because indicators could be overbought, oversold for quite some time, giving you some false readings. Doesn't mean it's going to turn. So we always need to keep an eye on. So look at this here. So looking at the S&P 500, we can see, look at this here. And so this is not looking good at all. Remember in my last few videos, in fact, my video that I did yesterday, I even said this here. I was just like sort of, I came out and I said, the title of my video was this one right here, right? So this one right here, as you can see, I said breakout or fake out, don't get sucked in. And look at that, 111. So breakout or fake out, don't get sucked in. Now, why did I say don't get sucked in? Because look at this here. Yesterday was a breakout and I was saying don't get sucked in from the breakout, right? Because it's going to be a fake out basically. And look what happened today. Everything completely reversed. So the big thing here is what? We never want to be trading with the overall trend of the markets. And so we can see here that the market is still on a downward slope. And what we're looking at right now is not looking pretty for next week across all markets. Every single market out there is not looking pretty. And again, I'm going to continue to show you in this video why starting now. So we have this movement down, up, and then we have this here. So I'll do this here. So we can see that the overall true trend is still stair-stepping. We've got a bit of a double bottom through here, bit of a move up. Then we had a bit of an overall move down and a move overall up. So we've got this major high. Now we're at this major level of resistance. But look what's happening right now at this level of resistance. If I zoom in a bit, and let me just blow up this chart. What do we see here? We see what? We see how we have this major support level through here. Okay, major support level through here, major support level, major support level, major support level. And this is something that I'm always teaching my inner circle private clients, is that I'm always teaching them to keep an eye on what is happening. I'm always teaching them small picture, big picture, small picture, big picture, right? Small picture is like what's going on right now for the last couple of months, as you can see. So it's really important because the small picture is important. But I'm also teaching my private clients, also keep an eye on the big picture. And what is the big picture? The big picture is what I was just talking about too, right? Which is what? The overall trend. The overall moves up, moves down, moves up, moves down. You know what I'm saying? Because there's an overall flow of the market, as you can see. Look at this here. Overall flow of markets that happen, as you can see. See how these are the overall flows through here. So it's a really important thing when it comes to reading your charts. If you're interested in becoming a private client of mine and joining my private inner circle coaching program, just email me at howtrader@gmail.com, and then I will arrange a time for us to call on the phone or talk on the phone, and then we'll see if you're a good fit for that or not. So we can see here, right, we have a support level here, support level here, support level here, and we have a resistance level here. So right now, look what's happening. We're starting to do what? We're starting to just go sideways through here. That's not looking pretty. So there's actually a really big probability this is going to continue, and we're probably going to get something like this. Now, for you intraday traders, this is where I'm getting excited, right? Because I don't care if the market goes up or down. Like I'm always teaching my inner circle clients, and everyone that I have strategies that's going to benefit from this market going down as well too. So if we start to break this level through here on a shorter time frame charts, now we're looking at daily charts. So if we start to look at that from an hourly chart, a 15-minute chart, or even a 5-minute chart, then that could actually be a really nice trade from a short-term perspective. So you guys that are short-term traders, so you see what I'm doing here? I'm looking at the big picture, then I'm like, oh, well, there could be a really nice trade coming real soon. That doesn't look like much, but when you trade in the futures markets, it's a few 100% return at least. And again, that's not a big move. That's why I love trading the short-term charts as well as I trade all the charts really. And the same thing for, let me just take this off the screen. Same thing for the Dow Jones. What are we getting here? A move down, a move up. Now we're just continuing sideways. So again, like if we start to, this is the low level through here, right? So if we start to get a break back below this level through here on the Dow Jones, look what we're getting here. If we start to get that on the Dow Jones, it's nuts. We're probably going to get something like that. And then moving on to the Nasdaq as well. Look, the Nasdaq actually almost got to that level of resistance, and now we're just pausing through here right now. So it does look like it's running out of momentum. This is, if the buyers were strong through here, if we're going to get some sort of V bottom, right? A V bottom is like a strong move down and then a strong move up. What did we get here, right? We've got an overall move down, a bit of a double bottom, and now we're getting a move up, and now we're flattening out. Is that a V bottom? Nah, right? You would want to see this here, and then bam again, and then bam again, and then bam, and then you might do that for a bit, and then bam again, and bam again. It's like, oh, look at that, right? So, and we completely failed today. So yesterday was a complete fake out in the markets that we're seeing through there. And same for all the mining sector right now, guys. This is, and again, I am bullish long term on these markets, but on a short term trading perspective, guys, I have to listen to the markets. That's, if you're trading, if you're not listening to the market, you're trading with ego, and I promise you, your ego will always lose your money. The number one thing we should do is just keep reading what the market's telling us. And what is the market telling us right now? We had a move down, strong move down, and then sideways. We've had a strong move down. Now look what's happening through here. We're just going what? Very weak up. Now what do I mean by weak up, right? If we have a look at this here, if a market does this, see how that's very strong in that direction. Now, what if the market does this? And if you look at it, let's actually, we'll draw like an angle here, okay? This is from an angle perspective. If I draw from a low to high, notice the angle of this move up. That's much more steeper on the upside. But then if we draw an angle from here to here, notice how that's a lot more what we call slower, right? It's not as steep. This is like a big steep. It's not as steep of a move up. And this one here is just it's a lot more slower. It's not as fast as this angle up, right? Because you think about it, if the market boom, 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 boom like that, guess what? There's a lot of strong buyers coming in, right? Very strong move up. But if the market doesn't do that, but then we're just slowly going up, but slowly also pulling back, see how this is going up, yes, but this is weak up. This is strong up. This is strong up. So notice how we're getting very weak up. Why is that important? Because looking at where we are right now on the markets, we can see that this level back here, right? So this level back here that we're looking at here over the last 6 months on the GDX, we can see that resistance level there. Look what's happened. Look what happened recently. This is a complete fake out, and this is what I was saying yesterday. Don't get sucked in. And you can see here. Look at this. So we can see that. Look what happened today. Complete breakup, now a complete fail. So looking at this now, we can see that if I draw like a bit of a trend line coming up through there, that'll be like the line in the sand for me. Like that'll be that level there. Once we actually start to break below here, then it's gonna be a free fall to a new low. Looking at the GDX as well too, same situation, right? Same sort of thing as well too. Look at this here, big move up and then complete rejection today. Again, if I'm going to be looking at the market itself, I'm going to be drawing a trend line from there all through to there, right? And I'm going to be drawing that trend line through there. Why am I drawing that trend line through there to there? Is that because that's the line in the sand. Once we start to break back below here, if the GDXJ starts to get down to 40 and 39, guess what? This is just, and again, you can see, look at this here. So we had a strong move down, and now we're getting this overall pullback through here. There's a high probability we're going to start to get something like that, and we're going to start to roll over again. So the downside is not done. That's all I'm saying. And same for the SIL as well too. Again, up and then a bit of a move to the upside. Sorry, SILJ, and this is the SIL as well too, right? Support, and then now we test this as a strong resistance through here. But where is the trend? The trend is what? The trend is still down. Small picture, what? Small picture is doing this whole area really through here. That sort of $33 level there is that major level of support. As you can see, it became resistance back here as well. Now we're getting the rejection. But if we look at the big picture, small picture, big picture, what's the big picture telling us? Oh, look what's happening. We're getting what? We're getting ripped down, lower highs, and then this could just be another lower high. There's actually a lot of resistance right there where we are right now. Look at this back here. So back here in the SIL, you see back here, a lot of support, now resistance. We're probably going to be rolling over here soon next week, or going to be rolling over next week into another movement on the downside. And same for gold as well too. If I just remove everything from the screen and I look at gold from as is perspective, not from a trend line perspective. And that's what sometimes we can do, right? You can bring up a trend line like, oh, but there's a lot of support here. Okay, let's actually read what the market's telling us. Doesn't matter about support. Okay, let's read the market. Remember I said before about strength, right? Strength in moves. Let me ask you a question. Actually, this is going to be a really good exercise for people here. Let me ask you a question. If we had a look at the move from there to there, see the angle of it, see how that there? Which one would you say is stronger? Which one would you say is stronger? Oh, which one's stronger? This leg up here, or if I had to draw an overall leg, that'll be like that sideways leg through there. See the angle? So the angle is from there to there, or there to there, right? Which one's stronger? Obviously this one here, right? Remember I said before, this is strong. Oh, look, very strong buyers. And then there's like, yeah, there's buyers there, but they're very weak. They're not really dominant. They're not strong. Why is that important? Because it's important because the market's telling us that the market now is telling us that we've got what? And this is where we go into who's winning the battle right now from the sellers and the buyers. And if we have strong sellers and now weaker buyers, generally that's going to equal strong sellers again. So if I'm looking at from a trend line perspective, I would have to say I'd have to use that level through there. You can see it actually completely faked out yesterday as well too by breaking. You can see this little break above the high yesterday and a complete reverse today. Guess what? it's in a downward trend, right? In a downward trend. Now we're getting this very weak movement through here. This is not looking too good, and we're probably going to see a lot more downside to come in the market. So there we go, traders. Make sure you grab that free trading course in the link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.